The wheels are only ever driven by an electric motor, and that means that we can control the engine that's generating the electricity separately to the driving speed and the acceleration. But we've also added another technology, which is active noise cancellation. So very similar to the headphones that you use on the aeroplane, we have a speaker in the luggage room of the car that will play the inverse noise to the engine and cancel it out. So when you're driving around the city, the engine can start and stop, and you won't even notice it's happening.
Follow investigative journalist Richard Barker as he investigates one of Australia's most hardline Pentecostal churches. Secrets Weekend. Pray harder on Listener Now. SAFM News Briefing.
Good afternoon, I'm Celeste Mitsiou. The AFL stepped in to stop Adelaide Oval hosting the Shield final later this month. They were concerned the playing surface wouldn't be right or transformed back in time in between two rounds of footy. Cricket Australia has hit out at the decision, arguing it's the most appropriate venue, and it's left South Australian captain Nathan McSweeney disappointed.
Well, we're happy to play wherever, but Adelaide Oval is probably one of my favourite cricket grounds in the world, and I think everyone would love to play there.
The game will now be played at the Karen Rolton Oval instead. More than 25,000 South Aussies are in the dark, and Minister Tom Koutsantonis isn't happy. He's told operator Electranet to get it fixed in time for tomorrow's scorcher. Most of the outages are on the York Peninsula. A drunk driver has ploughed his car into a Stobie pole at Torrensville early this morning. The 25-year-old man flew almost 3 times the legal limit. He did avoid injury, but he has lost his licence. And American influencer Sam Jones has bowed to public pressure and fled the country. Her stunt to separate a baby wombat from its mother threatened to have her visa reviewed, and even the Prime Minister is happy to see her go.
And you know, I suggest to this so-called influencer, maybe she might try some other Australian animals. Take a baby crocodile from its mother and see how you go.
After this, there is no turning back. You sip the red can, the story ends. You sip the black can, you enter dreamland. And I show you just how good the truth can taste. Take the Pepsi Max Taste Challenge.
Another blockbuster at the MCG tonight with the Bombers taking on Hawthorn. Ex-Saint Lee Montagna says it's hard to sit against the Hollywood Hawks.
Hope the Bombers show up to play and it's a great game. Love this to be the game of the round, but they'd want to be pushed to beat Hawthorn.
St Kilda has ruled out Mitch Owens for Sunday's game against Adelaide, with his shoulder injury proving too much to overcome. And McLaren's Lando Norris has kicked off the Australian Grand Prix weekend in style, topping the timesheets in the opening practice session at Albert Park.
The Howie Games podcast, where the biggest names in sports go one-on-one with Mark Howard. Howie lifts the lid on the real stories behind the headlines. Download the Listener app now. SAFM weather. Mostly fine on the Limestone coast. Tonight down to 14, and tomorrow late showers with a high of 36. Uncover well-kept secrets with Listener's lineup of investigative podcasts. Download the app and search Uncover.